Welcome to Your Bookkeeping Matters. I'm Lisa Turner, bringing you short and snackable weekly episodes on bookkeeping and business matters in an easy to understand way so you can be in control and confident that you know your bookkeeping matters. Let's dive into this week's episode. Hello and welcome to another episode of Your Bookkeeping Matters. Today's is a special one inspired by you. I love the feedback on all our episodes, and a few episodes back we did one on my exact process for timely payments, and you wanted to know more about overdue reminders and how to chase up people who haven't paid you. It's something you told me you find extremely difficult and awkward, and chasing up overdue money where your clients haven't paid you is a real stressful or overwhelming area of your business. So today I want to make it simple, no awkwardness, and automated. Let's get cracking with the power of personalized reminders to get paid quicker. We all know timely payments are important to keep your business healthy so you can keep paying your bills, growing your business, and paying yourself. Business isn't, of course, only about the money, but you do need it to be able to do what you love and to be able to continue with your business. So how can you both personalize things and automate them at the same time? Seems like they're kind of opposites. Well, I want to quickly step you through some features in one of my favorite accounting softwares so you can set yours up. And if you're not using the software, I'm referring to Xero, of course, you can tweak it to suit your own software and your own processes. So take this on board, tweak it, use what you need and what works for you. Now, first up, if you find this whole process of chasing money overwhelming and stressful, I completely understand you. I've been there, both as an employee and in my own business. Back when I was working as an employee in a group of car dealerships, my role was accounts receivable. Now, when I stop and think about it, I wonder why the heck did I apply for the job? Chasing people for money literally made me stress and sweat, and I found it extremely confronting. But of course, it was my job, so I had to dig in and get it done. So I changed my mindset around it, which is not what today's episode is about. But to let you know where I'm coming from, I wasn't chasing money for nothing. I was simply asking people to pay for what they'd bought. Isn't it fair when you look at it from that perspective? And once I got over this and started flipping the script, it was much easier. And doing it this way actually helped people pay faster because of the way I approached it or asked for the money and how consistent I was. There were, of course, people who still wouldn't or couldn't pay, and there always will be. But you want to be on the front foot and not leave it too late. So, how can you personalize your reminders and the process to get your clients to pay you quicker? Firstly, you need to work out your process, and we'll go with this basic setup as our example. Our invoices are sent out and they're due on receipt, as in they need to be paid as soon as your customer has received the invoice. This is generally the case when you've already done the work or it's in your terms and conditions that it's to be paid up front or whatever your agreement with the client might be. Now, I'm going to pretend for this example and this whole episode, you're using accounting software and it's Xero. And you absolutely should be using accounting software. Let's make that clear. But if you're not, tweak this to your processes. And if you're on a different software, tweak it to your software and their functionality. Most of this can be applied in some way to your business. Even if some of your processes still need to be manual email follow-ups, it's made simpler on certain software is all. So you've sent your invoice and it's due on receipt. You next need to turn on your automated reminders and you need to dive over to the settings in your software, and this is what I feel is the fun part. You need to tell your software how many reminders you want it to send and how often. And I'm talking about Xero. I'm not sure of the settings in other softwares. Check them out, of course. Now, I say the fun part because, my gosh, it's a great feeling to know once you turn these reminders on, someone else is sending those first initial follow-ups. It's not you starting the awkward conversation, oh, hey, you haven't paid me, and you actually didn't have to intervene yourself. Now, with those reminders, frequency does matter. You don't want to be sending overdue reminders too soon and too close together, but you also don't want to leave it too late. And my big recommendation here is you don't want to send any more than 2 automated reminders. For example, one at 4 days overdue and one at 8 days overdue. Whatever frequency you work at is best for your business, but don't leave it too late. You don't want to be sending reminders out, say, at 30 days overdue. That's not helping you get paid quicker, and it's leaving it way too long to remind people they've forgotten to pay you. Again, keep in mind the setup on how this is done will be different depending on what software you're using and the functionality, as not all of them provide fully automated reminders. But after 2 automated emails that you've set up, once they're sent, if the client hasn't responded or paid you, you need to jump on the phone and chat with them because there could be any number of reasons it hasn't been paid yet, and you don't want to continue bombarding them with emails without resolving the underlying issue of why it's not paid. 2 reminders are more than enough when they already have the invoice and the money, they would have paid it. Jump on the phone. Are they not happy with the work and they're not sure how to address this with you? Or have you mistyped the email and they never got it? Has something happened in their business or personal life and they've been unavailable? It's important you open the communication here so you can quickly and simply work together to resolve the issues and get paid. The beauty is they've already hopefully received 2 overdue reminders, so it makes your phone call way less awkward. You can easily say, hey there, Sarah, I'm calling to check up on my overdue invoice. There's been 2 reminders sent and we haven't heard back from you. Is everything okay? And the conversation flows from there. Briefly touching on the mindset again here, for those of you terrified of making the phone calls to chase up money owed to you, this money is owed to you because you did something for someone or you made something for them. It's your payment in return for something. You're not asking for something they haven't already agreed to pay you for. And more often than not, if it's not paid, it's going to be an issue on their end, not yours. So chances are they're likely feeling more stressed about it than you. So a quick, friendly phone call always breaks the ice. Now, while automatic reminders are so helpful, the generic or template text that is used, to be perfectly honest with you, is terrible. It's not personalized, it's not friendly, it will get ignored, and you likely won't get paid. So what can you do about this to get paid faster? Personalize them. While they're automated emails, they still need you infused in them, your voice, your tone. So let me share quickly with you one of mine. Hey there, this is your friendly bot Penny jumping into your inbox to see if you had a quick minute to send payment over, as your invoice was due for payment and we haven't spotted it yet. If you're like me, you are flat out doing other things you love and maybe have forgotten about the invoice, or was there a weekend in there and the payment hasn't quite hit our account yet? Anyway, we'd so love it if you could pop through payment, or if it's on its way, thanks so much, and totally disregard this email. Your bean counting friend, Penny. P.S. Any queries, hit reply and Lisa will be on the lookout to help you. That is one of my automated overdue follow-ups. I've made it clear the email is automated and I've put a friendly tone. I've used the name Penny because I love the name, and penny is money, of course. And I've also asked them to reach out to Lisa, me, to show that it's an automated email if they've got any queries. But the email itself sounds like me. It's more likely to get noticed in an inbox and actioned than a boring old traditional reminder. And my second reminder follows the same theme, but with a little bit more urgency, and that I'm here to help get this sorted. You get the idea. It's chasing the money, automated of course, but in a personalised and on-brand way, fitting in with how you do business and how you like to make your clients feel. Don't forget to test the emails though. Read them out loud to yourself to make sure they make sense. If your software can't do this automatically for you, draft up your reminder emails and store them as a template somewhere to make it quicker and easier, and put in your diary or calendar a weekly reminder to follow up any overdue invoices with the template you've written. Because if it's already written for you, there's no excuse not to chase up the invoice, and you can still email twice before calling. Or because we're personalizing the whole process, and if you and your clients prefer phone, skip the emails or only send one email. Remember, you know your business and your customers or your clients best, so always make sure you do what works best for you and your business. Something important to highlight: many business owners get excited when they turn on their automatic reminders and they forget to receipt their clients' payments regularly. You don't want your client to receive an automated reminder for something they've already paid. There's nothing worse. So depending on how often you're raising your invoices and how far after your reminders are set to go out is how often you should make sure your receipts are up to date. But ideally, you should be doing it daily, if not every other day. If someone has paid you, it's only a few clicks to apply it to the invoice. If you're using an integrated payment option like Pinch, which I mentioned in the episode a few back, my exact process for timely payments, it will have already receipted it for you. How great, hey? But if you have people paying you direct into your bank account or other methods that you need to receipt, make it part of your process or routine to regularly keep receipting up to date, especially when you've got the automatic reminders turned on. For all of our clients we take care of at Accounted for You, if they have automatic reminders on, we're in their file every morning receipting all the payments for them so their clients don't get reminders. Weekends accepted, of course, and sometimes payments take a day or two to reach your bank if the customer pays on the weekend. And that is my top suggestions on how you can personalize your reminders and the process you use to get paid faster. If you have something else you do and it's working well for you, I'd love to hear about it so I can share it with other clients and other people. I love hearing new ways people are doing things to streamline their business. Feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'd love to hear from you. Now, after that simple shift in mindset, you should also start to feel less awkward about the whole thing, and you can lean into setting up these automated reminders, but not the yucky bland ones. Personalized, making them sound like you, keeping in mind to find your perfect balance of how many and how often, and only sending 2 emails at most, and then jump on the phone. As I finish off this episode on powerful personal reminders helping you get paid quicker, I want to remind you, streamlining your invoicing and follow-up processes, it doesn't have to be a solo effort because it can take a lot of time. If you've found the idea of managing reminders and follow-ups a little overwhelming, or if you're simply looking to free up more of your valuable time, you could look at outsourcing things like this to your trusty bookkeeper. Over here at Accounted for You, we specialize in taking the hassle out of bookkeeping, and this includes efficient invoicing and reminder strategies. If you are a little curious about how we could work together, head over to accountedforyou.com.au/services to check out our Done For You packages. And you can also book a call to speak to me to chat through your own business needs and how we might work together. And if you've been finding value in these episodes, I truly appreciate your support of the show. I love having you tune in and listen along. If you've been able to implement any of the strategies or enjoy tuning in, I would love it if you could please take a moment to leave a review, because it not only helps guide future episodes that I put together for you, but helps other business owners find the show and these practical insights. Thank you for listening today. I can't wait to chat to you next week.